All right. The week. Yes. Pointing.
I would like to start. You ever get like a perfectly timed comment on a video, and it just like couldn't be more immaculate
Mm-hmm.
and perfect?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I covered the Microsoft show last week. I covered it, right?
Looked away from this company for 1 second while we were busy slamming.
And one day ago, there was a new comment on it. This was yesterday, right? What time was that? This was I can't see the time specifically, but it was in the early day yesterday, and it was time stamped to me. Oh no, it wasn't time stamped at all. It was just like, man, what an insane amount of negativity. So, quote, wholly insane amount of negativity. You know what? I was fairly negative at the Microsoft show, and maybe that's me just being a massive buzzkill and a meanie, or maybe it's because I started that show off literally saying, wonder how many of these are going to get canceled. That was one of the first things I talked about during that Microsoft show. And here we are, fucking 8 days later.
I believe that one of the only things that stood out that I pointed out last week was, hey, cool, Senua got announced, Hellblade 3, which is dope because I thought that fucking deserved it. And immediately after announcing it, what's happening?
Ninja Theory is being shut down.
Yep. Alongside.
Oh, people are like, oh, did it get canceled? Oh no, the studio's getting shut down.
Ninja Theory is getting shut down, and then Compulsion Games and Double Fine are in active negotiations about spinning off.
It is crazy to me that Microsoft's like modus operandi is so like scorched earth, internally toxic, that for like Hi-Fi, what was Hi-Fi Rush? Tango Gameworks, right? They're like, instead of being like, maybe we can sell it to somebody, they're like, no, close the doors, fire everyone, burn it.
Knowing that the game is just dropping or has not even dropped yet, someone just said they sacrificed Senua. Like, you know all of this is happening, and you're like still announcing shit and putting it out there, and of course everyone's getting blindsided by it. It's complete batshit, and it just kind of reminds me of, like, do you remember when those emails leaked in 2020, and in them it was like Phil Spencer and them talking about how they're like, yeah, we're gonna be buying Nintendo soon.
I do remember that. I very much remember that.
Like,
so let's break this down, right? So if anybody remembers Phantom Dust, that was a game that they announced at an E3 many years ago with a CG trailer that no one working on the game had seen. People working on the game were like, oh, that's weird. We never had anything to do with that CG trailer. And then a month later, the company got shut down. And then they found out that the decision to shut the company down had come before showing the CG trailer at E3, which meant the timeline of events was, we're probably not going to close this company, hire people to make a CG trailer to push the game for E3, fire them afterwards, even though we've already made the decision. So Senua's sacrifice maker Ninja Theory getting shut down 1 week after showing off their new game at E3. There is no way on this earth that decision was made this week. No, that decision was made probably a month ago or more. But they're at, oh, well, let's still put the trailer in there.
But peep this, though. What if we drop a trailer during E3 so that people can say we won? Remember winning E3? Remember that concept? Remember that. Who won E3, right? Who won the announcements every year was a big thing. So let's put out lies so that people can say we won. And then afterwards, when the closures happen and the games get canceled and all the shit wraps up, people are not paying attention to that anymore. They're mainly just paying attention to the big show with all the announcements. So
Yeah, but
that's all that
people
matters.
who watch game announcements do pay attention.
Oh, no.
That's the problem. The average person won't forget. The average person isn't waiting up at Sunday morning to watch the Microsoft show.
What actually ends up happening is you get sometimes there'll be these in-betweens, right? So I'll say like someone like Reggie will be like an in-between where he'll hear about an announcement and then years later be like, whatever happened to Phantom Dust?
Yeah, they canceled it.
And you'd be like, what? When? You know?
Immediately after they told you about it.
Yeah, well, and it's not like you're booting up your Xbox and it's telling you, hey guys, Phantom Dust is canceled. Press X to continue.
I think that the closure of Tango after Hi-Fi Rush kind of salted the earth for them forever. Because like even if the game came out and did well, you still don't have any guarantee that the studio is going to continue. But also the Phantom Dust also salted it for announcements. Microsoft has done like multiple years back to back where a bunch of shit they showed off didn't come out.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like they didn't come out that year. I mean like they were actively canceled.
So every one of their sub studios and subsidiaries, it sounds like, are currently in the how do we Coyote Ugly ourselves away from this situation to survive. And apparently, according to 3 people with direct knowledge of ongoing discussions, yeah, every single one of the individually owned groups are like trying to restructure, spin out, and try to survive individually, right? I saw a lot of discussion about this after the fact, and a lot of it seems to point towards like the complete lack of funds going into the company with the Activision Blizzard King deal.
Yeah, so Microsoft, not Xbox, isn't giving them the faucet anymore because they just bought the biggest fucking game company ever. The assumption would be that, well, now that we have Call of Duty and all this shit, we're going to make them shit zillion dollars. But they're just cutting everything.
What you acquired is massive amounts of overhead and staff and studios and debt. And you've got,
so now you got to make it all up right now.
Nothing new to yeah, exactly. Because it's like okay, so this whole thing about exclusivity has been like we're moving away from that and so on, etc. Okay, cool, right? It's great for people who want to be able to buy things on whatever they want, but how the fuck are you going to make money? How are you going to keep these studios open? And never mind the confidence of, again, as we will always point to the sign on Hi-Fi Rush, you have a successful game that is made on an affordable budget, that word of mouth spread with zero marketing, success by every single metric of the day, and it does not matter. It does not mean anything. It is just a byline to be discarded when it comes out. You couldn't ask for a better product to build into an IP after the fact, and fuck that, doesn't matter.
So this paints a very schizophrenic view of Xbox's management. So, okay, we're shadow canceling studios after showing them off, but we'll make a decision about what games to keep exclusive to the platform the night before the presentation, to the point where the studio making it doesn't know and puts like other consoles as stuff in the preview material because of vibes. Like it's they're just doing whatever over there. They're just doing whatever.
I think they just got caught. I think Bobby got in there. He got himself paid. He got his boys paid, and he fucking took off and did his bit. He did his bit, and he's out.
And we're seeing this like this like kind of corporate narcissistic projection where they were like, hey, we might not always make the fastest decisions, but we'll make the good ones. And then all the shit comes out like, didn't you just turn Gears into an exclusive like last night? No. Then why are the videos have the logo on it? Oh, we didn't tell them. We thought consumers should know first.
Okay. Okay.
Like,
Okay.
wait, that's not true.
And so here we go. Part 2, right? Let's just right into it. You want to talk about keeping the knowledge buried. Hey, guess what? It's Castle Super Beast, so we're going to have a lot of shit to talk about in regards to shutdowns and firings and all that. What's going on over at Ubisoft? They're shutting down the studios in Winnipeg and Belgrade and making cuts across Ubisoft Barcelona. Layoffs all over the place, right? Sure.
Yeah, Ubi's not doing great.
380 employees kicked out to the curb. So that's actually not notable for Ubisoft. It's just another classic. Oh,
that's going to be ongoing for multiple years
in the sterling affectation. Here's what's interesting about it. The news of the studio closures were embargoed to news outlets, and they specifically tried to embargo the news of closures and layoffs before the employees found out or before anyone else found out about it. They're all that stuff was there were companies and there were news outlets that were made aware of the fact that it was going to happen, and they wanted to use almost like game embargoes, do not report this, do not let the word spread out.
It's financial news, you can't,
under fiscal penalty or under potential legal penalty. Like, the saddest shit you've ever seen is, like, not only do we have the classic, like, employees have to get jump scared by their by their pink slips as usual, but you have and actively we are going to legally pursue people or try to create an intimidation system where people who know about this must shut the fuck up about it in advance.
How do they enforce that?
I have no idea.
Embargoes only count if you sign something.
I guess it's the implied embargo of, well, if you want to be in our good graces the next time, you don't make it
being in Ubisoft's fucking good graces.
Whatever's left of the fucking family, yeah, right. It's crazy. It seems completely batshit insane because you have to sign something, and maybe the implication, maybe the fucking dentist system of being like, well, if you don't make me happy now, we'll see what happens the next time you want something from over river. Who the fuck knows, man? It's batshit, dude. So that's all fun.